Hello everyone, my name is Jason Shelton and I'm running for Victor School Board. Thank you to the Victor PTSA for putting out questions for the candidates. I'm a little bit uneasy about having a full screen, so I figured this was a good way to do it. So my experience before I answer the questions. I'm a long-time Victor Central School substitute teacher in the junior and senior high building. I'm also a former Victor Central School teacher aide, and that was for the 2010 and 2011 school years in the Victor Junior High. I'm a former Victor Village trustee. I am the current president and a 13-year member of the Victor Fire Department Inc. I'm a current board member and a former Urban Renewal Agency chairperson for the Village of Victor, and a former member and a former chairperson of the Town of Victor Historic Advisory Committee. So the first thing to answer is the vision for VCS. My vision for VCS is simple. Build on the foundation of success that we already have. We have amazing students and very dedicated professional teachers who are doing the best they can with the resources we can provide. We need to build on that success. One way to build on that is to seek our fair share of New York State funding. That's not going to be easy. We've tried for years, but we need to keep up that good fight. We also need to work with Ontario County and the Board of Supervisors for the county on new sources of funding, such as a share of the sales revenue tax. That's not going to be an easy discussion to have, and it's going to be one that they're going to be reluctant about. However, we need to start having those discussions as well as other sources of funding. Ultimately, my vision for VCS is to ensure that every student, parent, educator, resident is able to freely share their concerns and their thoughts with district leaders. We do a great job with that now, however, we need to keep it up. Views of VCS. Leadership means that you're ensuring that your organization is viewed as positively as possible. Sorry about that. It also means every day working to ensure that your organization deserves that positive view by the community. What are we doing to make sure that we're doing everything we can? That's the question that needs to be asked on a daily basis at VCS. It oftentimes is, but that's just a nice little reminder, and that's what I'll do every day. I believe that most students, parents, and residents currently have positive views of VCS, and I believe that the district does work hard to respond to the concerns of individuals. We saw that perfect example in the spring when Dr. Terranova, on his second day on the job, rode a school bus to address concerns about that bus the previous day. That's quality leadership, and that's what earns us that positive view. Voices must be heard. This was the question about connecting to people in the VCS, even those that don't have direct connections. They don't have students, they're not students in the district, or they're not employed or have family that is. The voices of all residents must be heard. My time in government, my time in the fire department, you try to provide ways for the community to reach out. The use of email, phone, those are public records. I'll happily provide them. And also social media accounts. I will use these resources to provide an opportunity for the public to reach out with their thoughts, their concerns, things they would like myself and the Board of Education to know about. And I will respond in a timely manner. And an example of this is on my Facebook page, Jason Shelton for Victor School Board. I have a link to a Google Form survey asking, what would you like to see in the district? What needs to be done in your opinion? Is VCS behind? In addition to being a substitute teacher at Victor, I've spent some time subbing in a district down the road. I don't think I'm supposed to say it, but Canandaigua. And I've learned some things from that time. I also work with individuals from other districts during the summer school, which Victor's part of, the Ontario County Summer School, with Canandaigua, Bloomfield, Honeoye, Red Jacket. Other districts do provide their students with Chromebooks, individual Chromebooks. That is theirs for the school year. We do not do that at VCS for a number of reasons. However, students do have access to the Chromebook. I definitely think that access to technology is good in our district. It needs to be better, and I think that we can. Probably not right now with the budget issues, but in the future, look at providing students with that more one-to-one technology, such as a Chromebook. The important thing to ask isn't how are we doing versus Canandaigua or Bloomfield or Pittsburgh. How are we doing against our own goals? Is the district meeting the district goals that are set forth every year? That's the measure. VCS is VCS. We should never measure ourselves by other districts. We should just continue to strive to be the best we can, and I think we do that on a daily basis. And again, how do we catch up if we are behind in technology and resources? State aid, Ontario County tax revenue, other sources of revenue. It can't just purely be on taxpayers. That's not a sustainable goal, and that's not fair. We have a growing population while other schools are losing their population. Why aren't we getting our fair share? The current budget proposal, I support it 100%. It's not easy to ask for a tax cap override or increase, especially not during a pandemic where we have a slow economy. However, we've seen what's at stake. It's too much to ask of our students to give all that stuff up. It will negatively impact them in the future. And so I vote yes. I'm only one vote. You get to do your voice, but I have your voice heard during the vote. But I ask that you do your homework and visit victorschools.org to look at the budget information. There's also a town hall coming up on the 27th, which is tomorrow, depending on when you're seeing this. The more alternative sources of funding, the better off taxpayers will be. VCS will still have lower tax rates than our own district had in 2008, and currently other districts in 3 counties, Monroe, Ontario, and Wayne. Finally, in the 2019 vote, I was recovering from an operation. I unfortunately did not get the chance to vote. I love to vote. I've been voting, a registered voter, and voting since 2000. I never like to miss a vote, but it was medically necessary for me to. I have voted in past elections, and my current role as a substitute teacher and just an involved citizen in Victor ensures that I do still have a connection with VCS. And yes, I will be voting in 2020, and not just because I'm on the ballot, but because there's so much at stake. My email is jasonvshelton@gmail.com. I'm always open to questions, comments, concerns. Please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you and your families are well, and I hope you remember to vote. I believe they go out today, so you should be seeing one in the mail shortly. If for some reason you don't, please reach out to our wonderful district clerk. Thank you.